Hey guys, it's Mark, and you're watching Mark Goes Hiking. Today I'm going to talk about my Thermarest NeoAir sleeping pad. I should probably blow it up. That way you can really see what it looks like, eh? One trick to blowing these things up so you don't lose air as you're breathing into it. And these can get kind of gross inside over time and maybe even some mold growing in them. So as you're blowing in, you move the little nozzle down to your lip while you gain another breath, like this. That also works really well when you go to close it up. You just push it against your lip and turn the knob to get it closed. Interestingly enough, this thing I think takes more air, more breaths to blow up than my Climate sleeping pad, which is significantly larger than this. I find that kind of interesting. A couple things about this pad. I'm 6'1". The length is perfect for me. It's nice and long. This is a 20-inch wide sleeping pad. So it's not really that wide. I'm not a small guy. I was a little nervous to sleep on this and see how I fit, to be honest with you. I didn't know if I'd be rolling off this all night. I also have heard that these are noisy. Couple things. I slept on this last night out in my new Big Agnes tent as well. I was testing out a few products. One of them was the sleeping pad. And I was nervous about this being uncomfortable and being noisy. Well, I found it to be very comfortable and very warm, actually. And this, I've always heard it's almost like you're crinkling up maybe aluminum foil or plastic or something. I did not experience that, thankfully, sleeping last night at all. And I was really listening for that because I was ready for it to bug me, to be honest with you. I'm mostly a side sleeper. Didn't even come close to bottoming out on this thing. So, you're always worried sometimes with the sleeping pad, your hip might bottom out. Not even close on this. In fact, I have some Climate sleeping pads as well, and no issues there either. So because I'm mostly a side sleeper, the width of this was not an issue at all. Now, falling asleep, I do like to try to fall asleep on my back. And I will oftentimes end up sleeping a little bit on my back as well. Last night when I was sleeping on this, there were a couple of times where I wanted to sleep on my back and my elbows and my arms just kept falling off of it. So I think if you're a bigger guy like I am, a bigger frame guy, the 20-inch wide pad might not be for you. I would go for a wider pad. And I know Thermarest does make a wider pad as well, just a little heavier. I wanted the smaller one, give on the weight. Thankfully, it's going to work for me. But again, disclaimer on the 20-inch wide. If you sleep on your back, it may not be the pad for you because you just won't have room for your arms unless you're smaller. Then it could work out just fine. So the R value on this pad is 5.7, which is way more than my Climate sleeping pad, which is like 1.6. And I figured if I was going to be doing some more winter backpacking, I should probably get a proper sleeping pad. So this pad is pricey. It's going to run you well over $100. Look for them on sale so it becomes affordable for you. That's how I found it. Gift cards and sales. That's how I get my bigger items. We get reward stuff through work and I'm able to get gift cards for that. And that's how I get my big items. I have to be patient. I have to wait for them, but they are worth it when they come. And then you watch for sales. So it's a lot of patience to get into some good gear. But one thing I have learned along the way, you absolutely get what you pay for. If you're going to go buy sleeping pads at Walmart, or you're going to get that more inexpensive sleeping pad, it might work just fine for you. But if you're trying to cut some weight and some space, you're going to want to spend the money. Well, it's morning. I slept really well last night. tent did great. Sleeping pad did great. I'll talk about that in another video. Chickens are waking me up this morning. Jeez. Really happy with this whole setup last night. Super excited to get it out on the trail coming up. And good morning. Dumb chickens. They're good alarm clocks though. All right, so we'll see you on the next video. Keep on hiking, everyone. Cheers.